Good morning. Today is February 24th, 6:58 a.m. And as usual, I am tired and not really feeling like doing much today. But I was thinking about how self-improvement, even doing something like these journals, is almost selfish, at least for me. I was trying to think about everything that I'm doing to become a better person and kind of condense it down to one idea. And I realized it was all just focused on me, which makes sense because it's self-improvement, right? I'm not focusing on other people. But at the same time, if all of my thoughts are focused on me, and I'm realizing that this is something that extends beyond just these videos or like my journaling practice or any of those kind of self-improvement habits that I have, I just don't really think about other people that much. And that could be one of the reasons why I don't feel that I am the best person I could be. I think I'm focusing on myself too much. And self-improvement is just another way to focus on myself. So in a kind of roundabout way, maybe the best way for me to improve or become a better person would be to focus on others. And maybe there are people out there who, they only ever focus on other people. They might be people pleasers and always trying to make other people happy or like them, but like maybe self-improvement isn't inherently selfish, but it depends on who is doing the practice, right? So I think I am the selfishness, not necessarily journaling, even if journaling is usually about yourself or your life. We really only have one perspective that we can see the world from, uh, like directly. We can't jump into someone else's mind and experience things as they see it. So it makes sense in a way that everything we do would be selfish to a point. But I'm not sure how to really stop that cycle, because if I'm focusing on other people in order to become a better person, I am still just focusing on myself. So then, is it a bad thing to focus on yourself when you are trying to become a better person? What's the alternative? I could go volunteer and do things that are considered selfless, but am I only doing that to appear as a better person? I guess a lot of self-improvement comes back to the ego. And how we kind of live our lives based on how we see ourselves and others. I'm just finding it difficult to kind of parse the ideas around who I really am and who I want to be, because I can journal and write down all the ideas I have about who I want to become. And on paper, that person is great. They're kind and generous and have a lot of passion, and if I don't see that future self as a possibility because of who I am now, it's difficult to know the path to get there. Like I always have this idea of, if I want to become a generous person, then I need something to give, right? And if I don't feel like I have anything to give, I don't. And then that means now I'm not a generous person. I guess there's the idea that if you're not generous when you have nothing, then you won't be generous when you have more, right? But there's always that feeling of, I don't have enough, so how can I possibly give to others? And maybe it's about finding other ways to be generous or to become that person in a different way. But I find it difficult to see those paths forward when that's not who I am now, right? Like if I'm not a generous person now, it's difficult to think of all the ways I can be generous. And again, I'm just coming back to the idea of thinking about myself. Who am I really improving for? At the same time, if I'm improving for the sake of others, what's the point? And if I'm improving only for my own sake, what's the point? I guess with everything, there's always a balance, and right now I'm finding it difficult to find that balance or understand how to balance it, because I'm already so far on one side. As usual, I don't have a solution. Most of my thoughts are unfinished, but it's fun to explore. Have a great day. Bye.